Hey everyone, welcome back to Aodhamair's tutorials. I'm pretty sick of my faded hair, so I'm going to dye it today. So I'm going to take you to the bathroom this time because otherwise it's just going to be a mess in here. Keep on watching if you want to know how I do gradient rainbow hair. Meet you back in the bathroom. So the colours we will be using today are two colours by Manic Panic and the rest by Directions. And I'll show you the mixtures I've made. I rarely ever use them straight out of the tub. We're using a Manic Panic Electric Banana, which I mixed with a little bit of Flamingo Pink to create this sort of egg yolk orange yellow. We'll also be using, actually the Directions Flamingo Pink I'm planning to use straight out of the pot. And here I have a concoction of Directions Atlantic Blue, some conditioner, and I'm mixing a tiny bit of the Siren song from Manic Panic. I'm going to start off by dividing the top of my hair into two. I do apologise if I don't always look into the camera because I have a mirror to my right and obviously I occasionally need to look into that to check if everything's okay. So bear with me. I'm going to start off by giving my hairbrush. I'm going to do this without gloves because it's just not working with gloves. So I'm going to part my hair from my ears right to the back. I'm going to check how straight that is. That's fairly good. And clip that out of the way. By the way, I like these nitrile gloves. They're a bit sturdier than normal latex gloves, and they fit me a bit better because they come in size small. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the bottom. Now, I want my pink to be sort of around my ear area, and then underneath that, the blue. So what I want to do here is start off with the pink, so there's not going to be any yellow in this part. That's why I clipped this out of the way, because that's going to be the bit that it will have yellow in it. So here we're starting in our pink of the rainbow, and I'm going to start off with the top section. As per usual, I forgot to put on Vaseline. I always forget this. Vaseline. You should want to gauge onto where you want the pink to be. I think I want it around there. It will overlap slightly with the blue to form a purple. And once I'm happy with that first row of pink, I'm gonna take the end of my brush and sort of divide it, lift it up, and do the next bit. Flip up all my hair, maybe even secure it with a clip temporarily. I start at the bottom. And to make sure that all the roots at the back are covered, I tend to take a little blob and just sort of massage that in. Sometimes that's more effective than using a brush, as you can't see what you're doing. I usually don't worry about it being too neat because the colours will mix together to form sort of a nice gradient out of themselves when you wash it out. And if you want to make sure everything is covered, you can also use a comb to sort of pull through it. Like this. Now I'm going to release this top section, or at least partially. Again, I'm going to go with the pink. except here at the front, because at the front I want a little bit of yellow peeping out, like so. And I'm going to switch to pink. Make sure your hands are clean for this, but when you rub that yellow into the pink, I'm going to do the top section now, and of this I want the roots to be yellow. I'm going to flip it all over to one side. I'm going to start here by applying the yellow to the roots. I have cleaned the comb and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna run through my yellow. Actually gonna go back to a center part now. What I'm gonna do now is divide my hair into sections like this. As you can see, the pink here at the bottom comes down about to there, so I'm gonna mirror that here at the top. And now what I'm going to do is make sure your hands are clean when you do this. Sort of rub together those two colours so you can get a nice gradient going on there. And then I'm just make sure that every bit of hair is covered by that pink. Rinse your hands in between if they are dirty. See how that sort of not very well mixed here at the top? So I'm going to just take my finger and rub it. And go in with a little bit of yellow if you have to. And voila. Like I said, if it's not completely mixed in one go, it will mix a little bit as well when you rinse it out. Okay, now for this strand here, when the pink ends, I'm going to add some blue. Blue. Make sure your hands are clean when you do this. And again, rub that together with the pink. Usually what I then do is twist them up in a little strand like that and rub them again. And rinse and repeat throughout your entire hair. Almost there. This takes a long time, as you can tell. And when I'm approximately done, I will gather all my hair into two sort of like strands that I twist. And I cover them over with aluminum foil or plastic just to keep them out of the way, or I put them up in a clip on the top of my head. But usually this is enough to keep it out of the way. Like twist it together. And this is where you want to clean up your face and check you like what you see here. And then you wait for as long as you can stand it. Usually I leave it in for an hour minimum. You can do that with these dyes because they don't contain any harsh chemicals. By the way, when you're going to rinse this out, just let your hair down and make sure you don't like rub all your hair on top of your head. Just let the water rinse down, because you have the yellow on top. It will not get too spoiled by the other colours, and I don't mind the blue being a little bit purplish, but if you do grab the ends and sort of like hold them like that and rinse it out like Pippi Longstockings, and then you'll keep your colours fairly separated. But you do want it to mix a little bit so the gradient is nice and soft. and this is what the hair looks like after I rinse it out. If you have any questions about hair dyeing or dyeing your hair bright colours like mine, then leave them down below in the comment section and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I realise this yellow is maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but in the springtime I find it kind of fun to have a little bit of yellow in there. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it the thumbs up. Check out my social media and I hope to see you next week. Bye everyone!